There was a time where making decisions felt simpler. You wanted something, you did it, you didn't run through 5 group chats, you didn't check reviews, you didn't wonder if an algorithm would approve, you didn't ask ChatGPT. You just trusted yourself and moved on. But lately that feels rare. I'll be halfway through a decision, something small, something I've done 100 times, and suddenly I'm second guessing it. Not because I'm unsure, but because I've been trained to check. Check what other people think, check what the experts say, check whether there's a better framework, a smarter approach, a more optimal option. It's like my instinct isn't gone, it's just been demoted. And the weird part is, the more information we have, the less confident we feel using it. We don't trust our gut anymore. We trust confirmation, we trust consensus, we trust 5 stars, we trust someone else saying, yeah, that's the right call. Or we trust a stranger named Jake from Ohio 69 who reviewed the toaster once in 2017, even when we already know what we want. And this isn't because we're incapable or indecisive or dumb. I mean, it could be I don't know you personally, but statistically speaking, that's probably not it. We stopped believing that we were allowed to decide things without external approval. This video is sponsored by Cove, more on them later. If this all sounds dramatic, just notice how often you do this. You check reviews for things you already like, you ask for opinions after you've made up your mind, you feel anxious resting unless someone says you've earned it, you second guess choices that felt fine 5 minutes ago. And not because the decision was wrong, but because you didn't get permission. We're not paralyzed by information overload, we've just decided to outsource all of our decisions. We didn't lose self-trust because we don't know enough, we lost it because we stopped practicing making decisions without backup. Every time we defer to an algorithm, a review, a guru, a framework, or even a well-meaning friend, we reinforce the same quiet belief. I'm not enough on my own. At first it feels responsible, thoughtful, mature, but over time it creates friction, because now every decision carries weight. What if I chose wrong? What if I regret it? What if there was a better option? So instead of acting, we hesitate. Instead of trusting, we wait. And waiting feels safe until it becomes paralyzing. I've noticed this most clearly in myself in moments where I already know the answer. The boring answers, the obvious ones, like go to bed earlier, stop checking my phone first thing, do less instead of optimizing more, those answers don't feel exciting. They don't come with a dopamine hit, they don't feel like growth, so my brain goes looking for something sharper, something new, something that feels like progress. And that's when I realized I wasn't lacking clarity, I was avoiding responsibility. Because clarity is passive, decision-making isn't. When I was a kid, my mom used to repeat the same line over and over again. Always go with your gut. It's never wrong. And for a long time, I thought it meant your instincts were magically correct. But now I realize it meant something else. Your gut isn't always right, but it's honest. And honesty is how you learn. You don't build self-trust by waiting for perfect information. You build it by acting and adjusting. Imperfect action beats endless deliberation. Every time. Self-trust isn't something you think your way into. It's something you practice. It's built the same way confidence is built, by making decisions, surviving them, and realizing you're still okay. And when you stop doing that, when every choice needs external validation, the muscle weakens because you stopped using it. Because unfortunately, internal authority works exactly the same way every gym poster warned us it would. If you don't use it, you kind of lose it. This is why so many people feel stuck even when they're doing everything right. They're informed, self-aware, thoughtful, but hesitant, because every move feels like it carries too much consequence. So they pause, then they pause again, then call it being intentional, when really it's fear dressed up as responsibility. And if your brain is anything like mine, it's constantly running a quiet little program called "What Could Go Wrong?" Which surprisingly makes this a very relevant moment to talk about today's sponsor. That what could go wrong voice isn't always irrational. Sometimes it's just your brain looking for certainty. And while most decisions don't need it, there are few places where having things handled actually frees up a lot of mental space. Home security is one of them. I use Cove because it lets me make the decision once and then stop thinking about it. You build a system that fits your home through a quick online quiz, it installs in about 30 minutes, no tools, no contracts, and you're done. From there, Cove gives you 24/7 professional monitoring for police, fire, and medical emergencies, plus cameras that stream live video and audio straight to your phone. So I'm not constantly wondering if I missed something or chose wrong. It's also affordable, less than $1 a day, and comes with a 60-day risk-free trial, which makes trusting that decision a lot easier. Make protecting your home one of your New Year's resolutions. Check out Cove at covesmart.com/motivated, or use code MOTIVATED at checkout for up to 70% off your first order. And if you get a survey, be sure to let them know you heard about Cove from this channel. Rebuilding self-trust doesn't start with a system. It starts with making small decisions without asking for permission. Letting yourself choose, letting yourself act, letting yourself be wrong. Because being wrong isn't what breaks self-trust. Avoiding decisions does. One small shift that's helped me, when I catch myself asking for reassurance, I pause and ask, do I actually not know, or am I just uncomfortable owning this? That question alone has saved me a lot of mental energy. And yes, I still ignore it. Sometimes I'm human. Self-trust doesn't come from confidence hacks or affirmations or pretending you're fearless. It comes from keeping small promises to yourself. Decide, act, learn, repeat. If you do that enough, something changes. You stop needing approval, you stop asking permission, you start trusting that even if you chose wrong, you'll figure it out. And that's real confidence. So if you've been second-guessing yourself lately, if you've been waiting for signs, signals, or validation, if you've been feeling oddly unsure despite knowing more than ever, nothing is wrong with you. You haven't lost your instincts, you've just been outsourcing them. And the good news is you can take them back, one imperfect decision at a time. If you want someone fumbling through that process right alongside you, sometimes confidently, sometimes awkwardly, you know where the subscribe button is. No pressure. Trust your gut. It's probably right.